Hello all, welcome to No-CERT Guy. We are in Linux series part 3. Okay, so in Linux series, we will be seeing Linux file system. Okay, the Linux file system is a structure in which all the information on your computer is stored. Okay, so whatever you store, like any files, any format of files, like jar, var, or .txt, .sh, everything, whatever you store, it should be stored in the file system only. In Linux, files are organized within a hierarchy of directories. Right? Each directory can contain files as well as other directories. Okay? You can refer to any file or directory using either a full path or a relative path. Okay? So what is full path? Okay, so let's assume we have, let's create a file. Okay, to create a file, we have to use fire touch command. Mm, Sorry, let's create a directory. Okay, so I am in this directory. Okay, so this is the /home ec2 hyphen user tier 1. Okay, this is the full path. If you want to see the relative path, so relative path would be this one. Okay, so what I was trying to say is, so if you want to go to this dir one, okay, directory, we have either we can use complete full path, sorry, full path, or you can just give cd the directory name, because you were already in the current path. That means you were here. Okay. So you just need to jump into this directory. For that, you just need to mention cd dir. Okay. Either you can give full path or you can give the relative path. Okay. So this is the difference between full path and relative path. If you want to map out the files and directories in Linux, at top, the root directory is the main one. Okay, so under root directory only, everything will be there. Okay, let's see what is root directory. So root directory is nothing but a slash. Okay, so under this slash only, set of common directories will be there in our Linux system, such as bin, okay, such as bin, etc, home, lib, media, mount, opt, proc, root. Okay, let's see what each directory will be doing. Okay, so we have bin. Okay, earlier we have discussed about bin. Okay, if I do ls bin, so you can see all the commands. So earlier we have discussed, right? So all the commands are coming from the bin directory. Okay, let's see. Let's see etc. Okay, etc is extraterrestrial configurations. Okay, so here only everything will be configuring related to the admin. Okay, so this is something we use it for the administration. Okay, okay, so here we can configure everything related to the administration level configurations. And we have home. Okay, so home is used for the normal users. Okay, okay, so it contains the directories assigned to each regular user. So regular user is nothing but you, me. Okay, uh, it will be having with a login account. So if you see, if I do ls/home, you can see one user is there. So tomorrow if I create another user, okay, so with the name of a no-CERT guy, so that no-CERT guy will be that user will be created, and then that user's directory also will be created under /home. Okay, so if he logins to his account, he will be referring to the /home no-CERT guy. Okay, let me show you how easy2 is referring to. So /home easy2. So same like /home no-CERT guy. Okay, let's see lib. Okay, library is something it is responsible like application related like bin and sbin to boot the system. Okay, so in a short way, /lib is used to it contains the shared libraries needed by the application in /bin and /sbin. So /bin is related to something which we can which are all having these comments. If you want to create, in addition to that, if you want to create any new service or new application, so you can create it under the bin folder. Okay, so or by default it will create under the bin folder. Whereas sbin, so sbin is something it will be used by the system, not by the normal users. So this will be used by the users. This will be for the system. System is something it will be used. What are the applications that require to run a Linux server? Okay, so that is coming from the sbin. So system bin, system binary. Okay, then we have a mount point. Okay, so MNT. We have media and mount. Okay, so media is used to auto mounting devices. Okay. So it provides a standard location for auto mounting devices. Okay, so if the medium has a volume name that is particularly related to the mount point, example like a USB driver, so those are all will be displayed under /media if you add any USB /media/USB. Okay. Okay, so as of now, no mounted points, so that's why it is not showing anything. Okay, so MNT is something earlier we were using same like media. Okay, now it is replaced by media, but still few guys they are using MNT. Now let's go for /OPT. Okay, /OPT is something. Will be if you want to install or if you want to download something, your dependency files or any files. Okay, so if you want to store something, if you want to download something, and from there you have to install, you can do that. Okay, so /opt is one which you want to download anything and you can keep there. Okay, let's go to proc. So ls proc, sorry, proc is responsible to run the processes. Okay, so if you see, these are all the processes. Okay, so these are all IDs which are directories which are running with the processes. Okay, so if tomorrow if you run any application, Java application or any application, okay, so if you have a PID, okay, so PID is nothing but a process ID. So if you want to see the details, you can come here and you can check in the /proc. Okay, let's go for the root. Okay, so we have seen the home. Home is for the normal users. Okay, root is for the root user. Okay, root directory is used for root user. Please remember, you can't find the root directory or root user's root directory under /home because due to some security reasons. So it will be it is created separately under the root directory. Okay. So under the root directory, we have root users directory. Okay. So if I switch to sudo -i, okay, so if I do pwd, it is referring to /root. Whereas this one, okay, for EC2 user, You can see PWD, it is referring from, it is showing /hope easy to use. Okay. Let's go to temporary files. So temporary files is something if you want to store something temporarily, okay? So you don't bother about it, okay, even if it gets deleted, but you want to run any process, okay? So let's assume if you want to extract a zip file, okay? So after extracting, you can delete it, okay? So or say any tar file for an example. So you will move it to the temp file, and then you will untar it, and then you will move that untarred files to /opt or any desired folder, and then you can delete the tarred file. Okay. If you don't delete, usually a reboot. Okay, so whatever your system's reboot or next restart will delete the temporary files. Okay, if you feel your system is running for a long time and temp is getting fired up, you can run a cron job. Okay, so you can do a manual way as well. Okay, and we have users. Okay, so user is it contains user documentations like games, graphical files, libraries, and variety of other commands and files that are needed during the boot processes. Okay, so you can see that there is a library and then bin here. Okay, so we have sbin here. Okay, so as I mentioned, so file there are the files that are not needed during the boot process, so those will be stored in the /use. Okay. Next, the last one is var. Okay, so under the var we can find the logs, we can find the spool, we can find the mail related things, and we can find the FTP related. So one of the main purpose we use it for logs. Okay, so if you want to see the system logs, you can find it here. Okay, let's go to basic file system commands like cd, pwd, mkdir, ls, cat, touch. Okay, so let's see cd. Okay, so again, let's go to /var log. Okay, now if you see, I am in log folder. Okay, so I am under /var/log. How do I know I am under I'm inside the /var/log? Okay, pwd. Pwd is nothing but it will show the present working directory. So pwd stands for print working directory. Okay, so I am under /var/log directory. Okay, so if you want to jump to any directory, okay, so I am under the /var/log. Okay, from there I want to go to any directory. Let's assume journal. Okay, so cd journal. Cd stands for change directory. Okay, so I'm going to change the directory from log to journal. Okay, if I do here, if you observe, so it will change to journal. Okay, if you want to refer which directory you are in currently, you can see here. If you want to see the complete path, you have to run pwd. Okay, if you see when we were in log directory, when I run pwd, it is showing /var/log. When I run pwd after changing directory to journal one, it is showing /var/log journal. Okay, so if I want to jump if I want to go back to the my home directory. Okay, so home directory is nothing but /home, easy to use. So all I need to run is cd. Okay, so nothing required. Okay, so it will take you to the home path. Okay, if you see there is no journal. Okay, if I do just pwd, I'm in the home directory. If you see, I have when I was in journal, it is showing journal as my current directory. After jumping into my home directory, it is showing a tilde. Okay, So tilde is referred as home directory. Okay. So what you can do, so instead of doing all this, so anyway, we have already created a directory file. So we have seen like slash home slash ec2 home ec2 directory. Okay, this is the one way to jump into this current jump into the directory, or cd dir1. Okay, but there is another way we can use the tilde as well. Okay, so this is where we can refer if you have a long pause, so we can refer like this dir1. Okay, so I am inside the home directory and then dir1. Okay, so this is how we can use. So instead of this slash home ec2 user, you can use tilde, or you can directly jump. If you are in already in the home directory, you can refer like this. Okay, so in what cases we can use this or this? Okay, so if I was in slash var slash log journal, if I run this, it will work. If I run this, it will work. If I run this, it won't work, because so I am giving the complete path to jump into this directory. Here also I am using tilde followed by directory 1 to jump into the current directory. I mean dir 1. Okay, but if I run this, it won't work, because slash var slash log is not having dir 1. Okay, let's see. Slash var slash log journal. Okay, if I do ls, okay, so only this directory is there. If I do cd dir1, it should show no directory. Okay, is a directory. So sorry, if I run cd dir1, it should show no such file directory. Whereas if I use this complete path or this one, it will be taking me to dir1. Okay, so now if I say I am in general folder or directory, if I do, I have switched it to dir1. I do pwd, I am in home ec2 dir1. Same for tilde as well. Slash var slash log pwd. Now tilde followed by dir command. Dir directory name. Directory name. Sorry. Okay. So now I am in directory. Home directory followed by directory 1, dir1 directory. Okay. So this is how we can use the tilde instead of mentioning full path. So let's go to how to create a directory. So to create a directory, we have to use mkdir. Okay. So mkdir and then followed by the name. Okay. So let's see currently what all directories we have under the home path. We are in the home path of the EC2 user or EC2 user home path. Okay. So if I do mkdir, if I do ls, it will show the what all directories and files are there. Okay. Now, if I want to create any directory, I have to use mkdir. So mkdir stands for make directory. Make directory 2. Okay. If I do ls, it will create. It has created another directory. If I want, so if you see, if I do cdir 2, it will be going into dir 2. Okay. You can refer to this path. Okay. If I do cd opt, it won't work. Slash opt is something under the root directory. Okay, when you are referring to the root directories, that is ls slash, if you see, so these are all the root directories. What are the directories under the root directory? Okay, if you want to refer to this directory, okay, so you have to mention slash ls slash. Okay, so it will work. If I do cd slash opt, it will work. So if you see, it jumped from dir 2 to opt, whereas here it didn't work. Okay, so from here, if you create another directory, we are dummy. Okay, okay, I don't have permissions. Let me use the sudo. Okay, so if I do ls, okay, so you can see the directory is there. If I do cd dummy, here onwards, if you see, once you are in root directory, okay, it is not required to use slash before the directory name. But when you are referring to the root directory, you have to use slash in front of the directory name. So from here, it is not required to mention. You see, I am already in dummy directory. Okay, so that is how we have to jump from the normal directory to root directory. Okay, so for root directory, we have to use the slash in front of a directory name. For normal directory, it's not required to create any, it is not required to put any slash in front of the directory. Okay, so let's assume if you want to list a file, okay, if you want to, the file is there or not, or any directory is there or not, okay. So what I can do, ls dir star. Okay, so I don't know. So maybe we know. So what all directories are there under ls, because we have just created it now. Okay, but after 2 days, we may not remember what all the directories are there with the dir name, and it is ending with a 1, 2, 3 or directory complete full name. We don't know. If you want to search for any directory or file, if you want to look for any file or directory which you don't remember the complete name. Okay. So during the cases we can use this star. So what it will do? So lsdir star will list what all the files and directories are which starts with dir. Okay. Let's see. So it is showing dir 1 and dir 2. Okay. If I create another file name, very file dot txt, where I'm same command, it is listing the directory file.txt as well. Okay, so what it is doing, so any uh, any file or directory which starts with a dir, okay, and followed by this argument star, okay, it will be listing everything. Okay, let's see next meta character question mark. Okay, so question mark is used to create want to list the file or directory which you don't know. Okay, again like star. Okay, so here question mark is referred to the single character, where star is referred to after a particular uh, name, like dir, which it starts, and you don't know with what it is ending with. Okay, so there we mention star. So if you want to list dir 1 or dir 2, you don't know the complete name of the directory. Okay, so how we can refer is ls hyphen d question mark question mark question mark. So you don't know. Let's assume you don't know this name, but you know the number. Okay, 1. Okay, so 4 characters dir. 3 dir is 3. Here question marks are there. So each one refers to each character and then followed by which you know. Okay, I know 1 and I don't know I forgot the complete name. Let's assume. Okay, so if I run this, it should display dir1. Okay, the same way it should display DR2. Okay, so I have created an apple and grape. So if I want to list the files, I have to mention I want if I, let's assume if I want to list the files which are ending with E. Okay, so this one also ending with E. It is having 4 characters. It is having 4 characters before E. Okay, so I'm going to mention 4 question marks and then E. It should display apple and grape. Okay, so this is how we can use the question mark. Okay, let's see. We can do in another way. We can list another way as well. If we do ls, let's assume if I want to list the files that start with A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, ls, I can list all the files that starts with A and it ends with F. But I don't want G or grape. Okay, so I don't want the grape file, so I am going to ignore this file. I want to ignore this file. So how to list all the files that starts with in between A to F? So it will list file directories as well. Okay, stop. Here if you see, it is listing Apple directory, dir1, dir2, directory file.txt, file.txt. Okay, so it is listing files and it listing directories which are starting from A to F. If I want to G as well, that means grape as well. Okay, I have to add G instead of F. Okay, grape also added.